From a distance, they look like pie charts pasted on the ground, painting the earth different shades of green. This is the maize crop at the Galana Irrigation project. It is a project that started over a year ago with 13 varieties of maize. But 2 crops later, the harvests out of this land have fallen below target.
Unfortunately, the second run was affected by the El Nino. So from the experts, they have informed us that they did not achieve what they sought out to achieve. You know, even in experiments in the lab, some experiments fail.
What you see here is the 3rd crop since the Galana Irrigation project began. The 3rd that has come up as a result of the first 2 trials that has yielded the 4 varieties that are currently here on the land. Now, this crop is expected to be ready for harvesting beginning 15th of August and harvesting itself to start at the end of the month. The crops are under center pivot irrigation scheme, which is this giant metal things you see in the middle of the grain. There are at least 15 center pivots that are operational right now, and each of them covers an area of 165 acres.
We expect at least to hit target of 40 bags per acre.
So far, 2,000 acres has been brought under crop, and by the end of next week, it will be 2,500 acres, with the ultimate goal of yielding between 6 and 12 tons per hectare. Already, 3 billion shillings has been spent, most of which went into infrastructure development. The initial budget for Galana had been set at 14 billion shillings, an amount that was later cut down by half due to budgetary constraints. Even with the projected expansions, maize will still occupy the most space here, something that has been the source of concern for maize farmers in other parts of the country who complained that Galana will run them out of business.
Every year we import almost 10 million bags. And what we are saying, rather than get maize from other countries, why don't we open up this virgin land in Galana, grow this maize, and deal with the deficit?
The development of the entire 10,000-acre model farm was expected to have been completed by September of this year. But then the engineers in this project say that that process will be delayed by at least 3 months because the El Nino rains caused the Galana River to swell, thereby slowing down construction of the intakes, and therefore they have to wait for the waters to recede before construction can continue.
The contract period, as you know, ends in March 2017. And we are very confident that with the additional pumps that you have seen today, we have new pumps that we have set up. We also have new center pivots that are coming in. We should be able to complete the 10,000 model farm within the contract period.
The key goal of this project is to ultimately bring down the cost of maize meal by nearly half, and the government had begun negotiations with millers but then hit a wall because they could not agree on milling costs. The Ministry of Water and Irrigation, though, says that they are still at the negotiating table and are optimistic that an agreement will be struck soon. Zainab Wandati, NTV.